Damn, what was that company?
I wonder if America has the best airline uh space.
Hmm. I wonder. Probably the most regulation.
Well, but there's not even. It's only states. I mean, if you're going Europe, you're going through like countries and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
so maybe less regulation.
They don't care about fucking security over there.
You sure?
So
No 9/11 shoes. Oh yeah, I do. I remember I was going overseas. When the last time I was overseas? I
my
guess.
buddy was bringing knives through fucking security, dude. They did not catch him. That made me feel unsafe as fuck.
Yeah, I would
Like, what are other people
enjoy
bringing?
that. I would enjoy if someone caught that through through the measly X-ray that probably everybody has.
Literally.
What's that pointy sharp thing? I also saw a little TikTok of a TSA lady being like, "Yeah, I know you guys are like trying to, you're like you put your whatever's in your weeds in like some kind of cool thing, and you think it's hidden, but it's literally X-ray. We like see through things. You're not, you haven't, you
Is
haven't
TSA government?
TSA. I believe is federal.
Okay.
Believes federal.
Because I was thinking, like, why don't
Can't really have regulation to state and be like, hey, you can do some cool things over here in California, but
I was thinking, why don't they like leave the security up to the airport, and then every airport could be like be in competition, be like, yo, fly Chicago O'Hare, we have the best security in the country. It's safest flights instead of
uh,
just one blanket TSA, which is like kind of subpar.
well, it's not like you're like, oh, I live in California. Let me go to California. Let me go to Chicago for their good TSA.
Well, no, I mean like I don't know how much money the airports have, but like they could have more money and like invest in like just the best technology they could afford, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that because like at the end of the day, an airport's a business. They're renting out space to these airline companies. They're trying to sell you food. They're putting advertisements everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
so they would have incentive to like make the security the best. Especially there's competition. Like LAX has a little bit of competition with Burbank, which is sometimes cheaper. I'm sure LAX would prefer people flew to LAX.
What about like remote airports where there's not much competition?
Well, they should still have security. I mean, that's no excuse to have bad security.
It kind of makes the excuse. Be like, yeah, I don't got no competition. That's where you need to go.
But then, like if something does happen, then everyone will look at the airport and be like, "Yo, what did you do? Like, what's
Gotta
up?"
come here, brothers. You gotta build another airport. Let's go.
Like,
Until you do.
you know. But then if we had another 9/11, knock on wood, and it went through, I don't know how they would do it, but we had like another 9/11 that went through like fucking basic federal security. Um, we would just be like, okay, there's something wrong with the entire system in the entire country, not just one particular airport. You know.
Then you also probably don't have a bunch of data on security as a country to protect the
You would have
country.
to get that. That would probably be required.
Hmm. Interesting thought.
And also, yeah, I don't know, like some places like San Francisco has hella security, like probably way more security than they need. They're like probably twice as much as LAX. And then places like Arizona like barely have any. I wonder if that is dependent on the level of risk.
San Francisco's coastal and probably a nice metropolitan area to blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also does that. Like if you're in the middle of Oklahoma and it's like not a lot of risk here, and then you have less security because data says it's not a lot of bombing momentum over here. Then
Yeah. I'm not for not a big guy for government getting all up in your privacy, but when it comes to Airline security, please invade my space. Please just get up in my ass and fucking make sure there's no bomb in there,
Sure.
because that terrifies me.
Yeah. That joint was walked through before that, man.
Literally have a fucking bomb in your purse and just be like,
Nothing
hey,
in here, sir. Like, oh, sure.
no one in here, sir.
Like, shit, you ready? Say so, bro. You looking nice to me.
I saw this thing on Snapchat. This trans lady was like, yo, like I always get felt up at TSA
Same.
because I guess they have a rule. The female officers pat down females and male officers pat down males. Sometimes I send it to the males.
Oh, do they have to like? You gotta do like a little gonad check, eh?
And they
For the X-ray.
gotta. I guess because she was saying she had like something in her that like sets off the alarm, so she always has to be checked.
It's a bummer.
Yeah, it's a bummer, but you know.
People with big hair always had the problem. My mother had big hair, like kind of like tall bun hair joint, and it was always like they had to be like, "Yo, we're gonna have to put my hand in your nest, there, lady."
Wonder how much stuff they catch.
You mean get away with?
Both,
I don't know.
or if it's just security theater.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe what needs to happen. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
Everyone needs to get naked before they get on the plane.
Yeah. But then you just got a whole, but then you got a whole bunch of terrorism innovation there. They're going through the skin. They're doing, putting surgeries when kids are like teens and then they growing up, stuff like it's well in their body and it's been like evolved with their microorganisms and a whole bunch of stuff there.
They're definitely thinking of something.
You know, I want to make a bunch of terrorism jokes, but I'm scared of the internet.